It's Thursday, and you know what that means. This is Max Wrestling, this is your captain speaking, and this is the week where the 2021 King of the Mic tournament begins. Plus, Dynamite is finally back on Wednesdays. AEW Dynamite, not WWE Dynamite. We'll let
King
that
JR.
slide, JR.
Just because I love you, bro.
Yeah.
Just because I love you.
I mean, it's been a while since he's botched, so... Remember when he first started on Dynamite, he was botching like every week.
Oh, yeah, Jungle Jacks. Jack Perry Jacks or whatever. He just would. Every time he tried to say anything about Jungle Boy, he would always fuck his name up.
He's gotten better. So this week was just a little slip. As you can hear, people joining me to discuss all this and more are the podcast machine, Mike Larkin, and the new Max Wrestling Knowledge Champion and new promo champion, Mo Two Belts. Mo Two Times. El Jefe,
Right.
Moses Marquez.
Top of the morning.
He made a lot of history last week.
That's right, I did. Lots
First
of-
two-time promo champion and first two-time Triple Crown champion.
Congrats, Mo.
Thank you, sir. I believe this is the first time Larkin lost on that show. Is that right?
Very
Yeah.
first loss at TakeOver, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it. It's okay. Well, it's the Champions Chase. That's a tough one.
Hey, no, I'm
Yes, it
with
is.
you. That is not no easy task.
And of course, Mike, you're still undefeated at Promo Slam, I believe.
Jesus.
Well, hey, man, I will say this. When it comes to Trivia Takeover and all that stuff, when it comes to the Champions Chase, and I will say this, friggin', it's good until, like, you get towards the end. And also, here's the thing. There's a lot of questions, but at the end of the day, it's still tough because it's like, ugh. But no. And first and foremost, I will say this about ECW December to Dismember. Fuck that show. I'll say that. And fuck
There you go.
goddamn Bronson.
The Champions Chase is a triathlon of trivia.
Really is.
Well, I posted triathlons when I used to work them with my father, so I hate triathlons, man. You brought up some bad. No.
There you go.
I hate sport.
It's sport.
No, but all seriousness.
Give me a water.
It's all good. Give me water.
I
I'm
mean,
like the Undertaker when it comes to specials, man. I've only lost the two, so I mean, I'll take the Undertaker.
you're still up there. I mean, the Champions Chase is a little bit of a trial for me too with all the graphics. And Phoenix, obviously, Mr. fucking Eagle-Eyed, pointed out that I made a couple of goofs on the graphics last week. Yes, I know. It's a tough quiz to organize.
Of all the people to bring that up, as the watch is like 3 weeks behind.
Yeah, he's the wrong bird. He's not a phoenix. He's a fucking eagle.
There you go.
Bird fucker.
What the hell? How many days is it now? I think you mentioned this last week as a total with my reigns and my 3 title reigns was like 1,000 something.
Oh, your knowledge title reign. It's 1,090, I believe. I'll check it for you.
I'll take it, man. I'll take it. So,
The only one I always remember for certain is the first reign was 1 day short of a year, 364.
let's round that motherfucker up.
Yes.
I'm
Altogether,
rolling.
it's 1,062.
Okay, yeah, I got nothing to complain about, so it's all good.
I mean, Phoenix is right behind you on combined reigns. Obviously, he's the only other person with 3 reigns. He's on 296, so it's a hell of a difference. But still, you're both on 3 reigns.
I will also take it over that. Well, we're going to call him an eagle fucker now because of all this. Let me tell you something about that eagle fucker. I've held it more than 30 days, that eagle fucker.
No, well, nobody's held it under 35. Phoenix and Alex are tied on 35 for lowest
Wait a
shortest reign.
minute. Alex set up for 35 days? Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was 35, yeah, not 40.
35.
Why do I keep slipping into a New York accent?
I was about to
What
say,
I do, what?
the two
You're
youths.
like, I'm walking in.
Oh, okay. Before we get into this week's wrestling,
Hold on, you're like Jack Nicholson in anger management. I said over easy.
There you go.
this fucking heat is making me crazy. Before we begin, remember it's still real to us, damn it. So click that big red subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube or any podcast service, and follow us on SoundCloud. So, let's kick off the topic, Tron. This may take us longer than 10 minutes. We'll see how it goes. Another batch of releases this week in WWE, led by the quickest, hiring and firing in history, Miss Kenice Mobley.
Kenice Mobley.
Kenice
yes.
Mobley. I don't know how the fuck you pronounce her name. She doesn't even know how you pronounce Bobby Lashley's name, so what the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah, publicly admitting you don't know anything about the industry you've just been hired in is probably not a good idea.
Well, you missed the part, though, man. Did you miss you remember the other part that she said on that podcast?
But is it Bobby Ashley?
No, besides that. So the guy on this Asian, not Asian podcast that she was on. So,
what a name.
So the guy brought
Vince
up,
loves it.
like Scotty Hottie back in the day when he did the worm, and she's like, "What? I thought it was a '70s dance. Scotty Too Hottie? Who was that? The worm? What?" She didn't even know who Scotty Too Hottie was.
You know, I loved her description of the Hurt Business. They're like his crew, and their thing is they dress in suits, and they're like, we're cool.
This is why you don't hire non-wrestling fans?
Exactly. Maybe they learn from this.
Here's the problem.
No, probably
people
not.
Complained back in the day. Well, people complained back in the day in 2000, in the mid 2000s when they hired Freddie Prinze Jr. I'm like, there's a difference. He's a wrestling fan. His father was a wrestling fan. His father was friends with the wrestlers. Okay, and Freddie Prinze Jr. took an RKO on Monday Night Raw. Freddie Prinze Jr. actually likes professional wrestling. If you look at his body of work, Freddie Prinze Jr. wrote Jeff Hardy's Road to the Title in 2008, winning it at Armageddon 08. He actually did some stuff. He earned the respect of John Cena. Promo classes he was a part of, in everything that really was assigned there in the year 2008. So he helped a lot of people and he earned his respect. But the bottom line is, you could complain that he was an actor and he got to be on the writing team, but Freddie Prinze Jr. was a wrestling fan. You could complain about Brian Gewirtz and his comedy, which a lot that he did as well, but Brian Gewirtz actually was friends with The Rock, and he still is good friends with The Rock, and he's friends with Edge Christian, and meeting people on the set and everything that he was doing from a production standpoint before being on the creative writing team and replacing Vince Russo and Ed goddamn Ferrara. So, I mean, hey, there's a lot of people with experience.
Wow.
Yeah, so, sorry. But it's like, come on now. When people could complain about Freddie Prinze Jr., who actually gave a shit, then I'm like, this bitch.
Yeah, I'll give him some respect for wrestling stuff, but he kind of a little bit of a douche in some areas.
Yeah, he was, but still, I mean, I'd rather have him than friggin' this Kenice Mobley, who was a Twizzot.
I mean, I know nothing about her other than she knew absolutely nothing about WWE, and somehow she became a writer, and then she got herself screwed.
Dude, comedy stuff like The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon as her credit. She did like comedy stuff on that.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
Look, if you didn't at least watch like the Attitude Era, then like you shouldn't write wrestling at all. Personally, I would say like if you don't have at least 20 plus years of watching wrestling, you shouldn't do any of it. But then again, I mean, fuck, didn't they used to watch Jerry Springer while fucking Russo wrote the show back in the day?
Yeah, Russo and Ed Ferrara, Jerry Springer, while they were writing the show at Vince's house. Yep.
I'm sure Kevin doesn't love that, so he might still be. Oh, well, we gotta stick with that way. That's my big ass teeth.
We're gonna get the whole crowd chanting Jerry, bro.
Oh, here's what we're gonna do.
And Lawler's gonna love it.
First, we got to talk about that very briefly. Did you guys see everybody was friggin' supporting Vince Russo after Tony Khan said that in the Forbes interview, talking about, Vince Russo and destroying the WCW and all that, and everybody was behind Vince Russo, because it's like, Tony Khan, who the fuck are you to talk about this? Where yes, he might have been like a douche and Vince Russo, whatever, but it's just like the numbers don't lie with facts, because where he went, like ratings went up or whatever, because it's been like factual and there's proven stuff, and Vince Russo pretty much told Tony Khan, you don't want to go there with me, bro. So a lot of people came out supporting Vince Russo after what Tony Khan said. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Russo gets a lot of flack, but I mean, I think we forget he did also write some stuff that we greatly enjoyed in the Attitude Era.
That was the point of it, because someone did post, it's like Vince Russo, what he wrote, Steve Austin versus The Rock, Tony Khan, Kenny Omega versus Jungle Boy. So I mean, that they did the comparison in that front.
I really don't think it's fair to compare any writers from past generations to today's generation. Wrestling has completely changed, thanks to social media.
But yeah, I know. I think it's just because Tony Khan sometimes, he just And I got no issues with him, but he just goes over the top sometimes, and it's like, all right,
Yeah,
calm down.
that's going back to what we just said though. I mean, Tony Khan is also a huge wrestling nerd.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
He,
Old school
he's
tape trader.
he's like Freddie Prinze Jr. except with more money.
Mm-hmm. Factual.
14 people were released this week, I believe.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, there's a lot of recognizable names: the Bollywood Boys, Fandango, Tyler Breeze, Arya Davari, Tony Nese, August Gray, Marina Shafir. Killian Dane was one that really surprised me.
Why? She sucks.
That's a he.
They did.
Oh no,
Shafir.
Marina.
Oh, Shafir, sorry.
That's why I was like, what? She's what?
No, she didn't surprise me. Killian Dane did.
Oh, yeah. What? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Drake Maverick tag team, stupid music, mismatched tag team. I loved it.
I mean, I do like them. I like them.
I mean, on the
But
plus side,
they don't go after what us wrestling fans like.
no, it's just poor timing once again on WWE's part because obviously Dane has been featured very prominently on NXT lately. Nikki Cross has just got a new push with the superheroes thing. It's yeah, but on the plus side, he can now go to the Indies and just be an Irish bastard again. Big Demo.
Well, I look at it from a stance too. Like, you got rid of guys like, well, first and foremost, Everrise can just go. You didn't need Everrise.
Fat Jackson, not Nick Pizza.
So you get rid of the Bollywood Boys. You get rid of pretty much what 205 was with Kurt Stallion and Arya Davari and Tony Nese, like you said, and Breezango.
Yeah.
I mean, and the Bollywood Boys, who are very, very good and they're very underrated. You get rid of people like Tino Sabatelli again, who wasn't even on TV.
Let him go.
Get out of here, Tino.
No, you can't spoil any shows now, Tino.
Yeah, guy.
Arturo Ruas had potential. He was the martial arts guy. He was
Love
in Raw.
that guy.
Yeah.
And they got rid of him.
Yeah, that one bummed me out a little bit. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, now I get to see him in like Bloodsport or something. That'd be sick.
Marina Shafir was better than Jessamine Duke, but I mean, look at it like this: the only Four Horsemen member that's available that's still on the roster is Shayna.
Yeah, well, I mean, Becky's supposed to become. Oh, you mean that Four Horsewomen?
That.
Yeah, just Shayna. I mean, let's be honest. Shayna was always the most talented out of the four.
Yes, I mean the only thing that I got that I will say this: the only problem that I had is, remember when they were at the Mae Young Classic and they had this stare down? We never got to see a Four Horsewoman versus MMA Four Horsewoman match.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if they didn't have the opportunity. There was a point where all 8 of them were active.
Yep.
But crazy thing is, the amount of people that have been released by WWE this year is enough to fill an entire roster for one show.
Yep.
I believe it.
For like one brand. And that includes backstage personnel and commentators and whatnot. Nuts, including 2 referees.
Yep.
One of which can stay fucked off.
There you go.
Can I please say it?
You want to talk about him, don't you, Mike?
I fucking hate him and his fucking deathmatch brain and bullshit. This Drake motherfucking Wirtz. Okay, so he goes on his fucking Instagram and he writes, any company that is discriminating against employees that refuse to participate in an experiment media procedure by forcing them to show proof of vaccination in order to come to work in a normal capacity is violating basic human rights. I question, push back, and then defied this tyrannical overreach of control that didn't fit their narrative, and I was punished. Faith is taking a stand, and knowing that God has you covered. I lost my 6-figure job for taking a stand on multiple fronts, and I don't regret it one bit. We all come to a point where we either follow the Lord or follow the world. That decision was easy for me. I'd rather flip burgers for the glory of God than sell my soul being part of a cabal that's pushing a deceptive lie that you must mask up or take the jab in order to participate in normal everyday life. A company I thought was patriotic has now bowed down to the communist mob agenda. I'm angry. Fucking ridiculous. Thank you.
I'm gonna keep it going for another 5 minutes. Did he also have a problem with the piss test in WWE because it's part of the job?
Yeah, I think so. He wrote uncanceled #RiseUp, which used to be the SmackDown theme, and I won't breathe denied. That's what I think of when I think of this guy.
Also, you didn't get fired for taking a stand. You got fired for not showing up to work, going to rallies, and pretty much getting into a fight with everybody on the roster.
Did you see what he screenshotted? Did you see what he screenshotted? He screenshotted a message that he got from John Laurinaitis that said, effective immediately at all upcoming TVs, if you've been fully vaccinated, you no longer require to test or wear a mask. However, if you are fully vaccinated, make sure medical has proof of your vaccination. If you are not fully vaccinated, the standard protocol is still in place. You will have to test, fill out paperwork, have your temperature checked, and wear a mask. Okay. What's the problem there, Drake?
Yeah.
He wonders why nobody's going to book him. He wonders why nobody's going to book him.
Yeah.
Again, we talked
it's
about
a massive can of worms to open.
Well, I'm all about the Lord, and I understand that, but it's just like, believe in the scientists too, man.
You see,
it does no that. Yeah.
This is why you're one of the good guys, Mike.
Thanks.
Because you're tight with the Lord, but you also believe in medical science.
Dude, I freaking got back right with the Lord, but it's just like shit. Like, the problem with this guy is, yes, I believe in science, but it's like, holy shit. Dude, nowhere in the Bible does it say, thou shalt not get vaccinated. Thou shalt not wear the mask, okay? Just wear the mask and shut up. And again, going back to the school board thing where he's like, oh, well, my children are saying, why do I have to wear this mask? I can't breathe. And I'm like, okay, you could sit down and explain to the child. I sound like freaking Dr. Joyce Brothers right now. You could sit down and speak with the child about why you need to wear the mask and why we need to continue to wear it and why the purposes of why, we have to wear it. You could just sit down with your child and explain it because you yourself are wearing the mask and taking the safety protocol and taking the safety precautions. But no, we won't do that because, we're in Florida and, we lick ass. So fuck him and let's just move on because I'm going to get even more pissed. And I don't like to be angry at him because I'm trying to better my anger.
Well, I also seem to forget that the industry involved getting very physical with other human beings. Mm-hmm. So obviously there's precautions in place.
Yeah, and again, it's his deathmatch brain because he's taken too many shots.
Yeah, death matches. Fuck precautions. Hey, look, I got a light bulb tube.
Too many light tubes for old Drake Younger.
#Florida licks ass.
Florida, yes. I'm sorry, but it's just that goddamn state and Governor fucking DeSantis. No, you're good.
All right, let's go to a new topic then. So, I got a question actually regarding NXT.
Yes.
Is anybody actually interested in Diamond Mine?
I like Roddy.
I mean, I always liked Roddy, but they brought this new gimmick in and they built it up for weeks and weeks and weeks, and nobody knew what the fuck it was, whether it was going to be like a Raw Underground type thing again or what. So they come in as a faction, and it's just like, oh, okay.
I was hoping it was Parker Bordeaux, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the kid.
It's just Roddy and a couple of jobbers.
Jobberines.
Roddy with a haircut and a couple of jobbers, and Bivens on the stick.
Who's the guy? It's Suzuki, and wasn't it the guy that Bivens was with that they put him with briefly?
Yeah.
What the hell was the guy?
You see? Exactly. We forget their names.
I don't even remember their names. I just remember it's Suzuki and the other guy.
Tyler Rust.
Thank you. Tyler Rust.
I had to think really hard. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm happy that they're giving them an opportunity and they're learning from a veteran, but it's just like, that's a little bit of a bummer.
Yep.
It's wow.
And the crazy thing is also, I think it only came out a few days ago, before the releases, Ruas and Marina Shafir were initially supposed to join Diamond Mine.
So, again, you release Roddy's wife, and this is what happens. You put him with Tyler Rust and Suzuki.
You bring him back on TV, you give him a new faction, you fire his wife, and you cancel plans to bring her into the faction.
By the way, you also missed like we were talking about releases with Killian Dane. You also missed that Nikki Cross, in a way, is now Nikki Ash.
Yeah,
So
Nikki
what they're doing
Ash.
is Nikki Ash. She's almost a superhero. So okay, here's why I'm okay with this, because I'm sure this will get over with the kids when they come back to live crowds.
Oh, it's definitely
So
gonna get over with the kids.
oh, so she's not a superhero, but she has the spirit, and every time she puts on this outfit, it makes her believe, and this is something that it really incites her spirit and makes her feel good and makes her want to take on the world. And I can understand that, because we're all our own superheroes in a way. So I understand where she's coming from. But yeah, she's not a superhero, but once I put this outfit on, man, oof.
Basically,
I mean, it's something that comes over its power. Yeah,
basically, she's a cosplayer.
yeah,
Mhm.
but I mean,
Yes, sir.
if there's anyone that can make it work, it's Nikki Cross.
Oh, she gets so into her gimmicks. I have no doubt she'll make it work. I think we said last week our issue isn't the gimmick; it's just that it came out of nowhere, and it's so random.
Hey, somebody said she's Mighty Molly, but I'm like, I mean, I can see the comparison, of course, but I mean, Mighty Molly though was the
You see,
sidekick and had.
I think Hurricane's gimmick worked because he was a delusional superhero.
And he was also big into comic books and had a Green Lantern
Well, yeah.
tattoo.
But I was like, I can joke slam Big Show. What's up with that?
What's up with that? One of my favorite T-shirts I have to this day of the Hurricane. I got her powers, biatch.
Oh man, and he's still kind of living on that gimmick.
Mhm.
Hey, and then they get. Oh, we forgot one other release, guys.
Who else
Sanjay, well,
got
not release, but Sanjay Dutt quit.
Oh yes, Sanjay Dutt quit and is expected to go to AEW, of course.
He's
Not
signed.
And if he does, I don't want to hear shit about former WWE guy because he's a former Impact guy.
No, he already signed.
Oh, he signed with AEW. There we go then.
I was like, nope, like it's official.
Is-
He signed.
Is he the one they scrapped the 90-day no compete clause for?
I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, let's keep it on Braun Strowman, but take it off Sanjay Dutt.
By the way,
Love it.
speaking of NXT, fucking Bronson Reed loses the North American title to Swerve Scott, which I'm happy to see Swerve get the title, but we know where Bronson Reed's going next.
Yeah. It was so unexpected. What I mean, it was so random. Like, okay, Swerve's got a title shot. Obviously, Reed's going to retain. Wait a minute, what? Well, that came out of nowhere. So, yeah. Swerve is now North American champion. Bronson Reed is very likely to go up to Raw, and I feel so bad. I mean, I'm not going to say I knew who he was before NXT. I'm not going to say I'm a massive fan, but I enjoy seeing him on TV, and it's way too soon to go up to the, let's say, main roster. Lame roster. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
New buzzword,
The
lame roster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want
Yeah.
I don't want to see Bronson Reed go anywhere yet. He's got a lot left to do in NXT. He could be an NXT champion.
He should have been an NXT champion. I was, as you were saying, like how you're not, you didn't follow him or nothing like that. Like I watched this dude be PWG champ, beat Keith Lee. I seen the whole thing. Like he's really good. The thing that just fucking baffles me is it's like Vince randomly seen this dude and was like, "Oh well, I gotta have him." And I swear to God, somebody else in the back was like, "Hey Vince, you just want like a really big dude. Like we got Otis," and he's like, "I want him." Well, Otis is bigger. Well, that guy can fly. That's it. That's all he said.
I don't want
And
to
he
play
probably
with
said the
Otis
fat
anymore.
That or there you go. I don't want to play with Otis anymore. Or what was it? It's like the fat one. So he's getting on the now. All of a sudden he wants big fat guys.
You want some
And-
thick boys?
What the hell is going on with Otis's look?
He shaved his. He looks
Oh.
like the revolting Blob's son.
My guy. Going through a life crisis. He do.
I remember a year and a half ago, I was like, I cannot stand Otis. He pisses me off so much seeing him on TV. And it's just got to this point where I'm like, okay, what are they doing to Otis? Leave him alone.
Yeah,
He's in,
like stop.
he's in the Alpha Academy with Chad Gable, and they're making him like a monster heel now. And he shaved. The haircut.
Yeah, he shaved and he's growing out his hair again.
Ugh.
Oh. You know what? He's turning into the meme, the South Park meme. That's what I see now when I see Otis. He's the South Park guy.
Yeah, man.
South Park.
You know the one they use to describe wrestling marks, where he's just sitting in his room.
Oh, the big fat gamer dude.
Yes,
Yeah, the
yes,
World of Warcraft guy.
that's
Oh
him.
yeah, put some fucking glasses on him and make his
A little
chins
bit of stubble.
multiply. Hell yeah, that's him. That's him, all right.
Chins multiply.
Yeah. Ah,
Yeah.
yeah. Vince is apparently scouting talent at the performance center. So
Why?
everybody's hiding at the performance center right now.
There's nobody there you want. You idiot. You
When-
want Karrion Kross? Take him. Get him the fuck out of here, for the love of God.
When Vince visits the performance center, it's like when Freddy Krueger comes to Elm Street. All the kids hide and are terrified. Don't pick me.
Please don't pick me. I'm sure some of them are like, I'm down for the paycheck.
Oh yeah.
And some of them are like, bro, I need some sort of relevance when I have to eventually go back to the Indies. Because you don't like me.
Okay. Everything you do here, forget it.
Forget about it. You're no longer Bronson Reed. You're the fat blob. Go.
By the way,
God.
speaking of main roster, I gotta say it.
The lane
So
roster.
I watched the lane roster. Sorry, thank you. So I watched Eva Marie and Dewdrop.
Oh,
Okay.
boy. So
Which
her
I
name is now officially Dewdrop.
Yes, which I refuse
Let me
to
reset
call.
the timer for this. Go ahead.
Which I refuse to call her Dewdrop. She will always be Piper Niven to me, damn it, because that's what her fucking name is. So last week they did the thing where she did all the work, then Eva tagged in, didn't get the pin, and then she hopped down off the in-ring apron, roll up by Naomi 1, 2, 3. They didn't qualify for Money in the Bank. Shawty, what you think? I got more Money in the Bank. So this week they have a rematch. Piper Niven's doing the work. Eva Marie does the same thing like Piper did last week. Didn't make the tag. So Piper Niven reverses Asuka. She gets the old cross body, pins Asuka 1, 2, 3, and Eva Marie is shocked because she tried to do what Piper Niven did, but Piper Niven got the win, and then she did the winner of the match, Eva Marie. So they're continuing this.
Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Yep.
I'm interested. Have the ratings declined while Eva Marie's on TV? Because everybody thought she was money.
I don't know about that part, but I know the rating was at an all-time low with whatever it was this week.
Oh, again.
But yeah,
more
no,
and more people are tuning out.
It's
about
just
damn
it's the
time.
same shit, man.
No, it's the same old thing you say. Recycled garbage, you say.
And well, Matt Riddle was funny with Randy couldn't compete, so he was filling in for Randy Orton and the and the battle royal that they did for to see who would be in the triple threat, which Matt Riddle wound up winning, and he was channeling his inner Randy Orton, and then he lost to Drew McIntyre and AJ Styles in the bout because he accidentally hit his foot up against the steel steps, and he's like, "I got to do it for Randy, bro." It's like, do it for Johnny. I got to do it for Randy, bro. And then he comes out with the thing around his foot, and he's trying so hard, and then Drew McIntyre hits him with the Claymore, and McIntyre's in the Money in the Bank. Shorty, what you think? I got Money in the Bank. And he's writing this letter, and he gives it to Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville, and he's like, bro, and he wrote it in crayon and marker, and he's like, sincerely, the Legend Killer, and he drew a friggin' viper on it. It was funny as fuck, and I about died because the Matt Riddle is making this because he wants to be with Randy Orton so bad as far as the tag team goes, and Randy Orton is just looking at him like, you son of a bitch, just shut the fuck up. And it's great comedy stuff, and they know what they have with this. But the thing with me would be is they finally become the tag team, and they get on the same page, and they are formidable opponents, and they beat AJ and Almas. All right, that's what I would do. But I actually think that they're going to go the route of having them have a match at SummerSlam, which I'm like, okay, but no. I think they should be the tag team and win the tag titles because they're over as fuck. But I think that they're going to go with the route of we're going to get a one-on-one bout with them at SummerSlam, which, again, frustrates me because you have something so over, something so organic, something so funny, something so entertaining, and I don't want them to go in the direction that I think they're going to go.
People like it. That's why it's not going to work.
That's why it's not going to work. They like Zack Ryder, and he got over by himself with YouTube. Oh, we got to shove it down their throats. Fuck Zack Ryder. Get it the fuck off of him. He got over by himself, damn it.
So it wasn't the lowest all-time low, ratings. It was very, very close. It was the lowest non-holiday ratings. Memorial Day on May 31st was 1.557. This week was 1.57. So it's literally right there.
Well, the problem is you also confuse me too, because you have Charlotte teaming with Natty and Tamina, who, first and foremost, Natty and Tamina are not heels in my opinion. Okay, they're talking about wrestling and being fighting champions, and then they're taking on Rhea and the Gucci Girls, and I don't even know who the fuck the heels are, because Rhea Ripley is acting like a Twizzot. Then you got Charlotte over here acting like a bigger Twizzot, and it's like, you're learning from me, Charlotte. You're learning from me, kid. And it's just like, wait, what? Because Rhea's supposed to be a heel, but she's kind of more of the baby face in this because people hate Charlotte. And I don't even know what the fuck is going on. So it's like it's heel versus heel, and it's just so horrible. And we're getting Rhea and Charlotte again at Money in the Bank. Shawty, what you think? I got Money in the Bank. And I'm like, I don't want to see this. If they were to do something with Rhea as this heel, which she should not be, she should be the fighting babyface like she was in NXT, this badass babyface, kick-ass babyface. But they're making her a heel, so what the fuck ever. So what you should do is Rhea Ripley beats Charlotte, then goes against Becky, a hot babyface, a hot returning babyface at SummerSlam, which is what I hope they do, and not put it on Charlotte. I don't even know who the heel is, and I don't care because they totally fucked up that storyline. They had Alexa Bliss kick Reginald in the ding ding and freaking kick Nia in the knee, which actually there was some progression, which I was okay with, and Nikki Cross beat her because it was more than just the hoodoo. So, I mean, they're looking to do something, man. And Alexa has a new theme, The Evil Is Mine. Go ahead.
I'll say it. The women's division is a fucking mess.
It is. On Raw, it is. Absolutely, it is. SmackDown, I can't even say anything because they got rid of most of them on SmackDown too. But I mean, yeah, it's just the whole women's division, except for NXT. But yeah, Raw and SmackDown's women's divisions, man.
And don't even think about raiding NXT women's division.
I don't like their division. And friggin', I got to say something about women. Fucking Xia Li knocked the living bejesus out of Mercedes Martinez. My goodness.
Oh, two women got injured this week. So Xia Li kicked Mercedes Martinez the fuck out. And Rebel blew out her knee when she went to break up a pin.
Yep, I saw that too. You know what that reminded me of, the Xia Li thing? Remember when Asuka knocked out fucking Deonna Purrazzo with that kick?
Yes.
Holy hell. That's what that reminded me of. It's like, first and foremost, Xia Li is hurting poor Aaliyah. Twice! And now she hurts Mercedes Martinez.
Xia Li's lethal. Her gimmick's pretty real.
And also the fact...
Shoot. Out there just shooting on everybody.
Can we put her against Nia Jax, please?
Oh, yeah, I know you're going to knock Nia Jax out. I know what you're doing there.
Hey, that's malicious.
That's malicious. Nia, well, she was another one that you got pissed because I told her that, she'd rather believe in God, trust God with her immune system. And now Sasha Banks will be an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah. So what did I say about Nia Jax? Well, if her immune system is anything like her ring safety.
Oh my goodness, and I love you. That's why you're one of my best friends, goddammit, Captain. But no, I mean, it's a fact too, like with Sasha Banks, and here's the thing, people were sticking up for her on Twitter about that. And people were like, okay, if she says she's going to be anti-vax, people are going to hate on her on social media, so move the fuck on.
I'm not surprised in the least bit by Sasha Banks. She's always been hot-headed.
Yes.
She's always been a crybaby too, so...
Oh, that's when people got on me because remember when that documentary came out on WWE.com talking about she's coming back and all this depression and me and my girl Pam, that being Bailey, because everything I remember of that was me and my girl Pam. And I'm just like, okay, so I get you're depressed. We all go through depression. We all go through our shit. But it's just like, all right, you're still a crybaby at the same time. I did not feel sorry for that woman.
She had no reason to complain. Look at all the titles she's had in WWE, all the success she's had, and she took a ball and went home because she had to drop the titles to a superior tag team at WrestleMania.
But she won't admit that. She said it had nothing to do with that.
Of course not. No. Of course. No. Sasha Banks always speaks the truth.
That's right.
I speak the truth. I tell no lies.
I see no evil. Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, the cane in my window. You get out of here, man.
It ain't May 19th. All right. Let's leave the topic drawn there for a minute because we still got AEW to get to. Before we do go to the second part of the topic, Tron, we've also got King of the Mic to come as well. But here's a reminder that you are listening to Max Wrestling. We are available on all audio podcast platforms, including SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, and CastBox. Very nice. Very, very nice.
I feel bad for your microphone.
that one was pretty high on the micometer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, man, I'm going to say right now, I do this from my bed sometimes, sleeping in my bed. I feel like Drew Hill. But yeah, man, sometimes when I don't want to get my ass up and go over to the computer, I just sit here in bed under the covers. You know what I'm saying? Nice and toasty. You know what I'm saying? It feels good. Just sleeping in my bed under the covers, like I'm under the boardwalk, out of the sun, under the boardwalk.
Boardwalk.
Boardwalk. Hell yeah.
I would love to have this set up like bedside, 2 fucking monitors and this whole thing. That'd be awesome. But nope. My wife would kill me.
Man, I'd be like Denzel Washington in fucking Bone Collector.
Yeah, okay. I know you're going there.
Just lying in bed with 2 computer screens all day long.
Lying in bed with the radio on.
And he still managed to solve a murder.
Moida.
Now, last week, history was made at Trivia Takeover 6 Mortal Conflict, where Moses Marquez became 2-time Knowledge Champion and first ever 2-time Promo Champion, and first 2-time Triple Crown winner, and the promo title has now changed hands at every Max Wrestling event. Congratulations also to Daniel Crimmins in becoming a new group MVP, and of course to the Phoenix for retaining the World Championship. But something else happened last week, and we heard from the Jester, who wants to go through a kingpin in order to bring back the shape. But in order to do that, we need the Demoness to set the kingpin free. So will she accept? It's time to find out.
Hello, mortals. What's that, my sweet? Oh, look. There's Jester coming into our realm. He's dumb and brave. How did you get into my lair, Jester? No one gets past my gates. But somehow, you did. Not impressed with that. Are we, Lily? Punished. No, Lily. He wants a favour from us. He wants something we took. Something I took. Why? Jester, why should I do anything that you want? You want this. The Kingpin's tongue. What do we think, Lilith? Should we give it to them? Jester, I refuse you. If you come into my lair again, I will destroy you. And I maybe just be taking tongues. I take all body parts. I refuse, and not you, any other mortal, can change our mind. Be gone, Jester, before I rip your throat out, or make that pretty smile of yours bigger. I'm warning you. Do not come here again. Embrace the madness. Or Embrace the darkness. Everybody dies. Until the next time, Jester. Bye-bye.
So, the Demoness says no. But I have a feeling we haven't heard the last of this. But either way, Promo Slam 2021 is coming your way August 19th with the pre-launch show on August 17th. This year we're introducing the Ring of Games, a series of trivia challenges to determine who will challenge Moses for the Knowledge Championship at Promo Slam. The King of the Mic will also challenge the Promo Champion, which is also Moses, and the Predictions title will also be determined by NXT TakeOver and SummerSlam. It all comes your way August 19th, and as you can see, it's casino themed this year, which is good because that also means the Promo Championship is going to be very, very unique. It's Joker's Wild rules, which means both champion and challenger can have 1 minute of help from a person of their choice.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. I totally feel like Nick Aldis right now. Like, I'm the dealer.
Still, we need Justin Roberts just to yell, "And the Joker!"
That'd be great.
Still to come, we're kicking off the King of the Mic tournament with Cypher versus Travis. Or are we? But first, let's go to a break.
It's the Ultimate Finesser, your girl's favorite wrestler, and you are watching Max Wrestling Podcast. And now, we're going to take it to the max!
Hey, this is Tommy Dreamer.
Hey, this is the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy.
This is the voice of Killer Cross.
Hey everybody, it's the interview queen, Alicia Atute here, and you are currently listening to the Max Wrestling Podcast.
What's up, everybody? This is AJ Kirsch, and you're listening to the Max Wrestling Podcast.
This is the CEO of Shane Taylor Promotions and Ring of Honor superstar Shane Taylor, and you are listening to the Max Wrestling Podcast.
Hey, yo, what up? It's Darby Allin.
And you're listening to the Max Wrestling Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Madhouse.
Welcome to the Madhouse.
Giving you all your wrestling information to the extreme.
And right about now, we're about to take it to the max.
It's time to take it to the max.
It's time to take it to the max.
It's time to take it to the max.
And we're about to take it to the max.
Welcome back to the Max Wrestling Podcast. So, we're going to get into the King of the Mic in just a little bit, but first it's that time of the week where we share some ridiculous things that people say on the internet. This is shit Mark say.
It's still real to me, damn it!
And this week, it's not coming from me because I don't have any. It's coming from King Mo.
That's right. I got one because these fucking goddamn WWE marks just have to go running your nose into everything. So there was a post on What Culture, which basically just said 5 reasons why AEW is outclassing WWE. I'm sorry. You see, when the show's really bad, it reverts me back to its bad days back in the 2001 if you know what I mean. Anyway, the first comment on there, which I had to love it because it was the best, was 2 pairs of clown shoes. It says, "This is for all the WWE marks that are hating on this article. You're hating on it, you're a clown." And then immediately, of course, that stupid fucking thing that we've seen for probably about a year and a half now, where it says AE and then the W is the WWE logo.
Yeah.
So I have this guy who runs up and down the whole fucking gamut on why all these guys, like, you don't even have any stars in AEW, that they're all WWE stars. Without them, the company wouldn't have been made, and this. And so he was talking about like Jericho and Mox, obviously, and I'm like, okay, well, so my immediate response is they both went to Japan and reinvented themselves. What else you got? And he started to bring up how the Young Bucks are like, they do the same thing. I'm like, okay, Randy Orton's been the same guy for 17 years. What's your fucking point? And he keeps going on. So then
New
the thing
Day.
that kills me,
Sorry.
right? And the thing that killed me is he comes at me with, oh, well, Sting was a major WWE star.
What?
Thank you.
He was in there for a cup of coffee, like a few months. Like, shut the fuck up.
No, he goes on to this. Oh, he had a WrestleMania moment. I said, if that's what you call a moment.
Well, he did have a moment. Okay, well, he did have a WrestleMania moment. He was only there for.
Hold on. Let me paint you a broader picture, and I want you to see if you look at it like this. Was it a WrestleMania moment for Sting and Triple H, or was it a WrestleMania moment for Degeneration X and the NWO?
All right, you got a point there, because they turned it into like a Monday Night War thing. Yep.
Exactly. It wasn't about them. I would understand if it was about them. Yeah, you want to use that as an argument? Cool, whatever. He had a WrestleMania moment. No, the fucking factions that feuded during the Monday Night Wars, they had a WrestleMania moment. That's what that whole thing built about. And then he got hurt with Seth and then left. And by the way, it took him how long after WCW got sold for him to show up? Like 17 years?
Well, yeah, and also when he was in TNA, it only took him like a year or two when they first started. But then the WWE, it took him like fucking, well, that was 13, 14 years to get the WWE. I mean, like we were talking about with the Triple H stuff when we were talking about the Monday Night War. The thing with that too is there was a lot of stuff in increments that didn't make sense. Like you have Sting being backed up by the NWO when most of his WCW career he was feuding with the NWO.
Yeah.
It made no sense, but okay.
I wasn't even a big WCW fan, and I knew that.
Yeah, because we're not idiots. We pay attention to stuff. Anyway, the point was this whole list rambled on. And I told them, I said, my very first comeback is always, these WWE guys are not even a quarter of the roster. I said, I can name more stars made in AEW than guys brought in from WWE. And it turned into a whole fucking argument. I was like, first off, you can't deny Jungle Boy, Adam, John Silver, there was was it? I said the only two people that I can really complain about is Miro and Christian Cage. Yeah. You can complain because they went Christian Cage, whatever, him and the TNA run and all that, whatever. But leaving WWE straight to AEW, fine. Label him that guy. Miro, fine. Label him that guy. Sean Spears, you want to say Sean Spears was a vital part of AEW's building when he left? That fucking guy wasn't even over, pal. He had one pop in a fucking Royal Rumble where he came out as number 10, and then they did nothing with him. So how is he this vital part that had to leave? Like, you're a fucking idiot. It's get over it. Guess what? I mean, you know what? Here's a spectrum. I forgot one of the dudes in RWT. I think his name is Michael Hayes. What a fucking name, by the way.
Yeah.
he points out beautifully. If this was 20 some odd years ago, the shoe would be on the other foot. Half of WWF's roster came from WCW.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you're fucking 100% on that one, bud. Triple H came from WCW. Stone Cold came from WCW.
Yep. Taker, Jericho.
Thank you. Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit. Fucking there's a list a mile long.
Dean Malenko, Perry Saturn.
Thank you.
And then you got the ECW guys.
Yep.
So don't talk about poaching from this big old company when fucking they would poach from everybody else. This company's 2 years in, and all these WWE diehards, because I won't call you Mark, I don't want to make you mad, you fucking Marks. You guys, you don't want competition. You want to be the best ever because TNA and Impact are stupid. Yeah, that's because you don't understand. Like, I'm slowly getting into Impact. Like, it's not the greatest thing I've ever seen. It's not on AEW's level, in my opinion, but it's a fun watch. It's a fun watch. It's like when I want to go out of my way and watch MLW or go out of my way and watch some like AAA or whatever. It's nice to get away and see something different. And to me, AEW hits on all cylinders. So I get excited for Wednesdays. However, I don't know the last time I enjoyed anything WWE, not including NXT, that hit on all cylinders, and I enjoyed. It's been a hot minute. Oh, by the way, he deleted everything he said. Shows you those internet marks for you right there. Everything you ramble about and then you delete because you know you're absolutely
Yeah,
wrong.
I've been seeing this stupid Captain Planet meme all week, where all these different things combine to AEW marks.
Okay.
Like it's built on ex WWE stars. One of them is a current champion. The others are Kenny
Mm-hmm.
Omega, Young Bucks, Britt Baker.
I mean, and if again, like I said, if you the Jericho thing, bro, he was WCW before he was WWF or WWE, and then again, when you fucking don't go straight to this goddamn company, when you go out of the United States and reinvent yourself, that's reinventing yourself. It's rebranding yourself. It's allowing yourself to remarket yourself, being a bigger market. Look at how fucking popular John Moxley was when he left WWE. Look how many indie dates he had. We all fucking loved his New Japan run. AEW was a thought at the time. And then it came to fruition. He still wasn't there. And then he showed up. But he built their company. No, he didn't. The Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes, the guy that apparently was a 17-time world champion in WWE, according to these fucking marks. He was such a vital part. No, he wasn't. He was fucking used and abused. Like, you guys have no argument. There is nobody that they took that is any fucking good to your company. It's Drew McIntyre didn't show up. Hulk Hogan's not on fucking AEW. Fucking who else? Bobby Lashley's not showing up over there. Shut the fuck up. Like, competition's gonna happen, bud. You can't be the best team in town forever.
I will say this because you were talking about WWE in a hot minute. Like with Money in the Bank, I'm kind of just all right. I understand the story with Bobby Lashley and Kofi Kingston, but I'm like, we all know who's going to win. I'm more invested in Roman Reigns and Edge because they finally get the one-on-one and the storytelling is way better. So I mean, bringing back Edge, I know a lot of people were complaining about Edge. I got no issue with it because we finally get that one-on-one bout. It's going to be a damn good bout. But it's just like, yeah. And when it comes to Christian, I will say with AEW. I mean, he should be putting over Jungle Boy. I kind of equate that to when he was the ECW champion in 09, and he was facing guys like Ryder and Vance Archer and helping get that brand over, which, you know, like I said, I enjoyed his run as ECW champion as well with Swagger. But, you know, I mean, he should be doing that. With Christian, what annoys me now is, like, he comes and he lays out Omega. He has the brief feud with Team Taz, and I'll be honest with you, I don't want to see him and Matt Hardy in a feud. I hate the fact that he's in a feud with Matt Hardy right now.
Mm-hmm. You and me both.
Oh, well, the other thing I will say, because we were talking about Jericho, did you guys see that exchange Jericho had with a fan on Instagram? Did I tell you guys about this?
I think I read it.
So Cornette.
Goddamn Cornette.
So what happened was the guy, this fan commented under Jericho's repost of the Hager Wardlow MMA match, which some people have shit on. And Moses, I know you
loved it.
I know you loved it. So people were crapping on it. And somebody wrote, I can't wait to hear what Cornette's thoughts about is on the podcast. And Jericho's like, well, who cares what Cornette has to say? He hasn't been relevant since the 90s. And then he goes, what, are you a racist? And the fan goes back to him. One of my favorite lines. He goes,
are you a racist?
Yeah, he's like, what are you, a racist?
Bro,
and
they're both white.
No, it has nothing to do with Wardlow and Hager. He said he was referring to Cornette being a racist.
Yeah.
So the fan comes back and he goes, your mother-in-law and your wife were at the Capitol. Shut the fuck up with that racist shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And well, the Jim Cornette had a lot of validity in what he was saying back to that, because he's like, you know what? Well, I must have been relevant enough to be on your podcast twice, and I must have been relevant to discover you, which he did. The Thrill Seekers, him and Lance Storm and Smoky Mountain Wrestling. So I mean, he does have a point there, does Mr. Jim Cornette? So I thought it was funny with the Jericho thing, and that fan owned him with the your mother and your wife were at the Capitol on January 6th. Get the fuck out of here with that racist shit.
You'd think Jericho and Cornette would be on the same page.
Well, first and foremost, Cornette is also, with the racist line. Here's the thing with Cornette on that. He said that line in 1995. That what he said about Trevor Murdoch during the whole thing that got him fired from NWA. But the thing is, it's not 1995 anymore. So, you know.
No, if it was 1995, Diesel would still be world champion.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and with the
And
champion.
ratings would be tanking.
Oh God! First and foremost, don't remind me. I know Mo, you got to watch it. Diesel and Mabel at SummerSlam '95. Yep.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
it's a tough one. Hey, I will admit though, right now I'm kind of low key enjoying fake Diesel's run. I mean, I like to make fun of them because they're not the real guys. But fucking Glenn Jacobs, goddamn, that guy's athletic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rick Bogner and Diesel. And I hope you listened to my interview I sent you with Bogner. God rest his soul.
I did.
What'd you think?
Because I was like, I can't not stand this guy. So I got to hear what my guy is.
What'd you think?
I enjoyed it. I mean, I have a little bit more sympathy for the guy, but I mean, he fucking still tries way too hard. But I mean, I can't say it's whatever. It's what they told him to do. You got to go out there. You got to sell it, pal. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay,
He's
way over the top.
He's a Canadian with like the.
Hey, for being, I'm gonna say this as a Latino, for being Canadian, hell of a tan.
Yes.
Made me believe he was also of the Latino descent. I was like, oh, maybe he's just, one of those like super whitewashed Cubans. Nope. He was fucking Canadian. Blew my mind.
Yep. Great guy. Gone too soon. He was like in his 50s when he died. Gone too soon. Great guy. But yeah, Glenn Jacobs, Kane as the fake Diesel. You don't realize how much Kane is athletic, even as the fake Diesel. And he tried his hardest too to get that over.
Yeah, right, he did. Now, granted, his jackknife powerbomb was just a powerbomb.
Yes,
that's the only downside.
All right, so a couple of things from NXT. First of all, Samoa Joe basically being the adult with a load of children fighting. First of all, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly get into it, and you got Cole begging Joe to get him off me. And Joe just walks away and then sends in security.
No, the best part is he's like watching him.
And
he's like, get him off me. No, I'm just going to go this way. I was like, yeah, I love this guy. What an asshole.
And then even better than that was when Johnny Gargano jumped Karrion Kross outside. NXT parking lot, still the most dangerous place in wrestling, by the way. Kross obviously turns the tables, and then you just get Joe literally dragging Gargano back into the building by the scruff of his neck, like a disappointed parent, and he doesn't even acknowledge Austin Theory, who's lying on the ground. He just gives him a dirty look and then carries on walking.
No, I would have done the same thing to Austin Theory, so it's okay. Fucking Austin Theory.
I just love how Joe is just so disappointed in everybody fighting. You bunch of hooligans.
You son of a bitch. Now I gotta clean up your messes. All right, I thought it was gonna be easy here. Now I gotta grab this son of a bitch's fight, and I gotta choke out Adam Cole. Fuck! What did I get myself into?
You wait till Mr. Regal gets home.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. However, it was a little more civilized between MSK and Toothless Timmy and Tommaso Ciampa. I just love the whole setup of them both, all four of them just sitting on chairs, exchanging words in the middle of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting setup.
Mm. And we got a Toothless Timmy chance.
This is why I hate only watching highlights. God damn it.
Look at him.
Look at him. Oh, fuck. All right. That's it. I'm watching this shit on my lunch break.
Yeah. It was a pretty good show.
That's been my issue. It's like I know NXT was pretty bad for a while, and it was just like I don't even want to bother. And then I've gotten to the point where I've actually gotten comfortable, not immediately going right to USA Network on Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, fuck, am I missing shit again? Am I missing good shit?
It is.
I mean,
man.
I saw the opener this morning, and I was like, okay, well, goddamn, it's a pretty good fucking triple threat tag team.
That's the thing with NXT. It has its hits and misses, and I know I've been saying it forever, but with NXT UK, you never get that. So if NXT
I've been catching a little bit of that here and there. Trust me.
Yeah, buddy. Freaking Kaylee Ray and Mako Satomura and Walter and Rampage Brown and Joe Coffey and everything that's going
Coffey.
on there. Tyler Bate and Jack Stars. Coffey.
Wolf.
So, it's good. Like I said, if NXT is not your bag, watch you some NXT UK.
Yeah, before they fire them all.
Now watch. There you go. Yeah, right. Everybody's getting fired. You fired. They're fired.
You know what?
Congratulations. Yeah.
Chad and I had this conversation because that whole batch of releases came when we were both on shift last week, and he was telling me about it because I didn't have access to my phone, and neither should he actually. But that's another story.
You're his boss, man. Tell him, lay down the law, Desi.
So I immediately thought of the two, are they crickets or whatever they are, the two little bugs in Bug's Life. You're fired. You're fired.
Yes.
That's WWE's locker room right now. You fired.
You fired. Okay. So, congratulations. I like that analogy. Congratulations are in order. Did you see, besides Seth and Becky Lynch getting married, Kaylee Ray and Stevie Boy got married?
Yep. Forever Bride.
Forever Bride. Oh, and congratulations to Toni Storm, man.
Oh, yeah. Did she come out as bi?
She did come out as bi on the Instagram story.
Hey,
I'm sure I already knew that, but okay.
Let's say we're throwing out congratulations. Congratulations to Jungle Boy, because goddamn.
Oh yeah, Jungle Boy takes the win
He's
this
son of a
week.
bitch. He's the winner this week, bud.
Absolutely. I love Luchasaurus' comment too. Does she have a sister my age?
Oh my God.
That's great. I didn't see that. That's awesome.
That's the thing. He has this great match, and then you see the photo of him with Anna Jay, and I'm like, Jungle Boy, I don't even care you lost. You still fucking won, man.
I was about to say, the guy's winning at life.
Who the fuck needs a title?
Jesus.
When you got that ass.
By the way, speaking of titles, did you see that he did get a lot of heat from it? Well, not a lot of heat, I should say. People were complaining online, but I enjoyed the competition of it. Eddie Kingston's promo after Dynamite.
I also saw Bully Ray refute the comments. Bully Ray kind of made a point. He was just like, I love Eddie Kingston. I'd love to have a promo off with him. And if Cody or Mox cut that promo, he wouldn't have a problem with it, but he didn't think Eddie Kingston had any reason to cut that promo.
So
okay. Well, then I was going to say, because I've just been hearing about it. I could not find the goddamn clip of what he says, because I don't want to listen to what fucking dweebs are saying.
So he said pretty much that the other company doesn't have the heart that we do. You won't see a match like Kenny Omega and Jungle Boy on that company on that channel. You won't see people like me and my best friend Phoenix on that channel. You won't see a WWE legend like Christian on that channel. So yeah, he pretty much was just burning bridges, and he didn't care.
He also said that too. I guess I'm burning another bridge here.
Yeah, but I mean, you could still see Eddie Kingston on the WWE Network technically as a part of that Evolved anniversary show.
Boy.
You know? Yeah.
I
so
mean,
technically speaking,
I just took it as Eddie was pissed off that some of his friends got fired again.
yeah, that was it too. He was going on about the releases. So I mean, I understood it. It was very heartfelt and it was very passionate. But yeah, a lot of people were not happy with that. And I'm like, what do you expect? It's competition too, but it's also someone who's very passionate about the business and everything that's going on. I mean, when I do my plug at the end, but there's a lot of people not happy that we have seen a lot of people lose their jobs. I mean, he was just, spilling his rhetoric, if you will. But I was cool with it. It was fine.
Here's the thing. If AEW released a bunch of people and WWE even entertained the idea of mentioning another company for a second, WWE Max would love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you tell that pissant company.
Yeah, see, that's the funniest thing is it's like, and I love how you pointed that out. Like, say randomly, let's say who's an AEW guy that they could just randomly fuck it, let's go with a top
Spears.
guy. I for real. No, let's go fucking crazy ass hypothetical as can be.
Okay.
They release MJF.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to WWE. Tell me these fucking dweebos, these fucking WWE marks are not going to fucking lose their goddamn shit over this gigantic star that just came to their company.
Oh, they would. If he was in NXT and then he went to the main roster, they would lose their fucking mind.
Exactly. They would immediately forget that he was the fucking guy that AEW built. Oh, he's better here. So then you're saying the same thing about every other fucking guy that left WWE and went to AEW. But that's different. No, okay. I can hear it now. I can also smell their BO right now.
I think that's the mothers from upstairs.
Ah, there you go. Good Lord.
Oh, I love double standards in wrestling.
Right? Jesus.
So what else happened on AEW this week? I mean, it was literally last night. It was just so cool to have it back on a Wednesday night again.
Oh, it was fantastic. I shout out to the Young Bucks, by the way, for Matt with the fucking porn stash straight out of the fucking early '80s, and Nick Jackson looking like he's the plumber that brought the wrong tools, but he's here to clean your pipes.
Shivani actually said they look like '70s plumbers, porn stars.
The porn stash, man. It looked like some Ron Jeremy thing, man.
So great. Kenny Omega, and I love how, because Kenny Omega did it to make fun of Triple H, I'm positive, but then every fucking stupid WWE mark I've ever fucking seen with he'll never be Triple H, he'll never be Triple H. I'm like, you guys do know this company's fake, right? This shit's scripted, and you can push anybody you want. All right, then. Let's see the silence there. That's exactly what I got in return. But my brain doesn't process stupidity. I don't fucking know. I hate people.
Shut the fuck up, Max.
Thank you. Jesus.
No, that's the thing too, man. I saw people complaining about that. I was laughing. I thought it was funny.
I thought it was great. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't think it was as serious as them. I thought it was hilarious.
Things are funny when you don't take them that seriously.
That's the thing.
Yeah, loosen up.
It's like Vince yelling at Kane at the WrestleMania 15 party. Losing up at the party.
Right, there you go.
What was it, WrestleMania Rage party?
Yeah.
I remember that.
That's terrible.
It looked fun. I wanted to be there.
It
looked fun.
Imagine Kenny trying to get Kane to loosen up at a party.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
That's the thing. There's so much comedy in wrestling. That would be like people complaining back in the Attitude Era, and I loved it because I'm going to mention it was on Long Island, New York. It would be like when people were complaining that Crash Holly was fighting the Headbangers in Funtime USA. That was hilarious as fuck. He did the Hurricane Run off the damn thing into the pit. You know what I'm saying? The ball pit. It was great.
Yeah. So on the topic of Kenny Omega, he seems to be renewing his rivalry with Adam Page. As Dark Order pretty much volunteer him to go after the world title.
Do it.
Yeah, do it. And then backstage, he was like, I don't need you guys to set up my matches for me. And I'm like, you're ready. You got this.
It cracks me up so much. They're just pushing him. Just like, go. Just nudging him. Just nudging him. Go on, Adam.
Put the whiskey down. Well, okay, maybe you can finish it, but then go after the world title.
Put the whiskey. It's great. Like I said, it's perfect storytelling. It's funny.
Yeah, and I also saw somebody complaining that we're supposed to believe that Adam Page is some big loser when he's only got like one big loss. He's lost a ton of matches. What are you talking about? He's lost at least 2 big matches. Right?
Yeah, he's lost more than because he lost that the first time he was going to get the AEW title shot.
Yeah,
he lost to Brian Cage recently, and I believe that didn't hit, and then he lost in that tag match. Yeah, the guy loses. What the fuck?
Yeah,
just because he started like 2021 undefeated doesn't mean shit.
I mean, he's lost to Jericho in the past. Like, stop it.
Yeah,
dumb.
But whatever. He's built better than anybody in WWE except for maybe Roman.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The only reason I watch WWE is friggin' the Roman storyline. That's it.
He's
everything else
carrying the whole friggin' lame roster.
Mm-hmm.
He is.
And I never thought we'd say those words.
Best thing was to turn him heel, make him this like mob type tribal chief, get Heyman with him. He's been rocking it on all cylinders.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, don't start that shit. All right, one more very quick topic because Moses is late for work.
Goddamn work.
And then, of course, we're going to finish the show by giving you the King of the Mic match. So, Sammy Guevara, MJF main evented Dynamite last night.
Oh, great.
Multiple times in the match, I was distracted by the referee who felt the need to touch his own body parts every time one of either Sammy or MJF got hit in that body part.
You're not used to Bryce yet. I'm sorry. Bryce is a little over the top. He sells sometimes more than the wrestlers do.
Yeah,
he's a fan in the ring is the problem.
There was like a guillotine across a rope, and Bryce just grabbed his own throat. I'm like, are you Damien Sandow?
No.
Hell yeah. You know what part I gotta say? Since I'm the pop culture nerd here, and you know me, I gotta make the pop culture reference. He reminded me of the Divinyls. When I think about you, I touch myself. I touch myself.
Wow.
Indeed. No, that was I rated that match like a 4.5, but yeah, that's a price for you. That's something people got to get used to. He's literally a fan in the ring as a referee.
Yeah.
And he's great though. I love him.
Yeah, the match was great. I mean, Sammy Guevara, if I can borrow a Moism, this fucker took a tombstone from the top rope.
Oh my God, brother, like I was saying all last night while watching this thing, I'm like, whatever they're selling, I'm buying, because fuck, he's dead.
And then he kicked out at 2.
Was dead. He's all feeling for his fingers. I'm like, bro, fucking Sammy's hurt. Fucking MJF's knee's torn apart. Bryce is looking there, not knowing whether to grab his neck or his knee. It's fucking whole lot. Everything's just in discombobulation.
Yeah. And then, of course, we get both sides in a circle and the Pinnacle coming out. We get Wardlow jumping Jericho from behind, and Jim Ross like, how long has he been behind us, damn it?
Goddamn JR. I love you, man.
So I think, is it next week we're getting Jericho MJF face-to-face in the ring? Because Jericho wants to know, what else I gotta do for this guy?
Right? Yeah, I'm sure that's where we're finally gonna get to. He'll probably be a little stopgap before they make the big match for I believe September, and probably be Hangman and Kenny.
Yeah, well, they better go all out for All Out this year, because last year was a bit of a turd.
Yeah. But hey,
I'm sure this one's gonna be great.
Yeah.
But hey, we got Slammiversary to go out about, and let's see if Sami Callihan can win that title back for Impact.
Did you notice we got double predictions weekend coming up too? Because we got Slammiversary and then Money in the Bank the next night.
Money in the Bank. Shout it what you think. I got money in the bank.
Which is shit news for myself and the Demon S as defending champs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, I mean, you're trying to catch up to me, Mr. Jericho of the prediction style.
Oh, fucking 9-time predictions champion over there. I'm also trying to, before I even get close to number 9, I want to surpass Travis's 45, which is very unlikely. 45 days. How the fuck did he do that?
He's got skills that kills predictions. I will say that he does have the skills that kills.
Yeah, but half the time he doesn't even try.
First and foremost, that's the kids in school right there for you, man. Some of the geniuses right there, they don't even try. That's what I'm saying. He's a genius in a way, man. He's a genius.
All right, well, speaking of Travis, we're going to end the show with the King of the Mic tournament opening up now as Travis takes on Cypher. Or does he? Thank you for tuning in. We are going to leave you with the first match in this year's King of the Mic tournament, and normally you would go to vote for the winner, but in this case, the result kind of solves itself. Stay tuned. This is the Max Wrestling Podcast. Remember to like and follow Max Wrestling on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us at Max Wrestling UK on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And now, of course, on the brand new Click Talk Network. Well, I mean, it's not brand new anymore, but you know.
Still got that new car smell.
Yeah, it's fresh.
There you go.
We're bringing you Net Picks, Open Road, Smart Mark Radio, On the Mic with Mike, Ryan Squared, Bold Rivals, Wrestling Millionaire, and more on KTN. Go to clicktalknetwork.weebly.com. And of course, check it out at maxwrestling.net. Follow us on social media at TheCaptain512, at MCL92, at Walker_TA92 and at SMRPodNet. Before we tap out and bid you adieu, remember, Twitch makes Vince's dick itch. Everyone on Anchor thinks he's a wanker, and everyone on TikTok thinks he's a cock, including Moses Marquez.
Goddamn right. So Retro has been, I don't want not put on hiatus. I just honestly have not recorded the shows. I have notes down. I just haven't fucking recorded the shows. So expect like 3 or 4 episodes throughout the weekend, just so I can get them out of the way and stop sitting on them and people can get to listen in. But for sure, 3 episodes of Bolt Rant are dropping at the end of tonight. They are all totally different stuff. It's player profiles. I forgot who. I don't have the list in front of me right now. Player profiles for 3 different guys to get to help and get to know people as we get closer to preseason. And Friday night I will be also on Twitch, twitch.tv/BigMo2425 playing Madden, because somebody actually fucking requested me to play Madden. So if you want to see me embarrass myself, come on down, because I am terrible at Madden.
Alrighty then, and Mike, your opening statement, please, Counselor.
Counselor. Latest on the mic with Mike, sir. Man, me and my girl Sassy Steffi host the Talkin' Sass podcast, former pro wrestler. Man, we had a fun conversation talking about Sensational Sherry. Man, it's the 14th year anniversary of her passing. I cannot believe she's been gone 14 years. We talked about the life and times of Sensational Sherry, from her bouts with Medusa and the AWA, from working with Shawn Michaels, Randy Savage, Harlem Heat. Yes, we talked about Hulk Hogan. We coming for you. Y'all know the rest. Beep. And Niggly. We talked about how awesome Ruby Riott is, of an amazing person that Ruby Riott is. It's a very touching story I want everybody to listen to showcase how much of a sweetheart Heidi Lovelace is. Man, I had on Babe West, adult star. We talked about her career and modeling and just everything in general from the adult side of things. LFC is coming back with the newest edition of the LC podcast soon with Jezebel Romo, the owner of Santino Brothers Academy, which I know Mo will be into when that drops. But man, check me out, SM Show 1, MCL92, StephenMikeShow.com, SoundCloud.com/MCLarkin92. Check me out on the Max Wrestling Podcast with my 4 horsemen brethren, Dazzy Dangerously, Travis the Walker Anderson, and Moses Marquez. Check Daz and I out on the Net Picks. We're talking about 2 movies we never seen before, and it's on and popping like a pot of neck bones to the break of dawn. Check out King of the Mic. Check out Promo Slam. Check out what we got coming on in the future for Max Wrestling and the KTN, the Click Talk Network, baby.
Don't forget Chad too. He's going to be joining us on the next Net Picks, because there's like 275 movies that he's recently watched that he's never seen before.
I gotta say it. Why?
Because somebody's got to teach him, Mike. He don't even like Waterboy.
Well, okay, so wait a minute. He's gonna watch 2 movies that he's never seen before when he hasn't seen, like you said, 275. How is that gonna work?
I mean, there's going to be plenty he can talk about if he's never seen them before.
All right. You know what? He can join us, but I'm just gonna say right now.
We're going to educate him. We're going to teach him about the medulla oblongata.
Mama said. Mama said. See, how did he not find that funny?
Yours one, Colonel Sanders.
Mama's right. Something must be wrong with his medulla. How does he not find this funny? Oh my god.
What's for dinner? Squirrel. And join us
next week
for match 2 in King of the Mic. It's Chris Maldonado versus the Demoness. Plus, we got the Great American Bash in Orlando and Road Rager in Miami. Double special week on NXT and Dynamite next week. This was episode 329. We will catch your ass down the open road. And that's the bottom line. Goodbye. Mwah, and good night. Bang.
Eat a bag of dicks, Drake Younger.
Something wrong with his medulla oblongata.
Amen.
On Max Wrestling.
few months later.
2021 King. Son of a bitch. Who is that? Sorry. It's Alexander Rowan. Hey, Rowan, what's up? I'm kind of, cutting a promo here. What? What do you mean? Son of a bitch. Alright, man, thanks.
Good evening, Max Wrestling and promo fans tuning in worldwide. I was originally planning to compete in this little King of the Mic tournament until the opportunity of becoming Travis the Walker Anderson's personal lawyer came up. As for this match against Walker and Cypher, it is not going to happen today. Over the last few days, I've been in long and rough negotiations with the captain, Dazzy Dangerously. We've come to terms on who the replacement opponent will be. I am excited to announce to you it will now be Travis the Walker Anderson defeating Michael Markin in the first ever Max Wrestling Madhouse match. That's not a bold prediction, that is a spoiler. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the show. Oh, and Walker, take it to the max.
The following match was originally longer than a Mike Larkin promo. So, for your own sanity, here are some highlights.
Now introducing the challenger. This man once forgot the name of a tag team he learned weeks before on an episode of Retro Rewind. He is one half of the Max Wrestling Outsiders and is a former Max Wrestling Promo Champion. Standing at 5 feet 11 inches tall, 245 pounds. Currently residing in North Carolina. Here is the Walker, Travis Anderson.
I feel like I have some explaining to do. You see, last year I faced Corey face to face. I thought it would be great because it's not every day that when we have promo competitions or exhibitions that we can do it actually face to face. And I wanted to have extra fun with it. I want to throw in some wrestling moves, take a couple bumps, no big deal. But it took hours for him to work the courage up to even lay in the grass, just to lay in the grass, get up, pick up a chair, and walk away. Like, he didn't even want to do that. There was so much that went into it, and so much stress that went into it because he was too scared to do any of it. To the point where I had to find other ways to go about it. Like camera angles, like when I hit him with the stunner, I had to be a certain angle because he refused to go to the ground and bullshit like that. I did all the editing, I did the directing, the choreography, everything I did. And he still won. He put zero creative input into it. It was all me. And he still won. Did I get a thank you? No. Did I get any credit? No. Earlier this year, he faced Robert Davis. Once again, zero creative ideas and didn't know what to do. I was like, hey, why don't we just, revamp your character, revamp your gimmick. So I'm like, all right, well, you do music, you rap, you do this and that, you actually make music, and you do all these beats and shit like that. You're an artist. Let's make you an artist. So let's do a music video. It's a promo music video. Well, I wrote some lines, I did this, I did that, and gave him an idea of what I was kind of envisioning. Well, he still had zero creative ideas, and was like, we'll just do that, we'll just do that. I'm like, seriously? I did the editing, I did the directing, I did the filming, I did it all. Did I get a thank you? Did I get credit? No. So now that we're supposed to go one-on-one again, he chickens out. He refuses to show up. He drops out of the entire damn tournament. That's the thanks I get. But what pisses me off even more is, even though we have 25 years of friendship, he would not do this one match with me. However, he's willing to still compete or do a promo exhibition later this year against Michael Larkin. Michael Larkin is a man that I made irrelevant in promo competitions when I took the title from him. Larkin is going to want to make that match with him and Corey the main event of probably Promo Slam. I don't know. But let me tell you something, Larkin. That match between you and Cypher, it needs to stay on the pre-show. It needs to be on the pre-show because, quite frankly, it's not going to be main event worthy. It's not going to be main event worthy because it's not going to be me versus you, Larkin. It's not going to be me versus Cypher. It's not going to be me versus whoever. You know, like, that's not... No. You get what I'm saying? Your exhibitions are not main event worthy. What will be main event worthy is me versus Moses Marquez. Because I'm going to win this King of the Mic tournament. I have already advanced to the next round, and nothing's going to stop me on the next round or after that. I'm going to win this tournament, become the new King of the Mic, and then I'm going to go on and I'm going to kick Moses Marquez's ass once more. See, Moses, I watched your promo last week, and you said that you and Phoenix are the top. You are at the top of the competitors in Max Wrestling. Have you forgotten who the hell I am? I am the man that defeated you with 91%. I am the one that has embarrassed you time after time again. You have only beaten me one time, and that's only because I told everyone to vote for you. This year, it's going to be a lot different. Because there's no one to sabotage me this time. No one will stand in my way to make it to the top of this tournament, to make it to the finals, becoming the new king of the mic, and going on and taking back my promo championship. Now, Larkin, I know you're going to be pissed off, but if you're really that pissed off, well, last time I checked, we're still missing one more person for this tournament. So how about you join? How about you join King of the Mic 2021 and try to make it to the final? Try making it past Moneymaker Chris. Try making it past the Phoenix. Try making it past the Demon S. Try making it past me, Travis the Walker Anderson. And if you do make it past all of us, that is, if you have the balls to even join, if you do make it to the finals and you win, then you might be worthy of a main event match. But you'll have to get past Moses Marquez, El Jefe the Crippler, or whatever name he wants to call himself nowadays. But it's not going to happen. It will not happen because you will never get past me. Moneymaker Chris, you're not going to get past me because I got a hell of a lot to say to you. Phoenix, you're sure as hell not getting past me. And Demon S, I've never defeated you. This year, I will. No one is going to stop me from becoming the next King of the Mic. No one is going to stop me from becoming promo champion once again. And if you got a fucking problem with that, you can call my goddamn lawyer.